Hey y'all, thank you for being here. This is going to be a long rambling video. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I will explain why. City Beauty Plumping Lip Oil as always. And so today is November 22nd. I am in a weird place physically. Okay, let me back up. We're going to be using a Nightmare palette from Notoriously Morbid. And this will be the first two looks. We're going to do one eye at a time. And I was looking at this, like, there's only 4 mattes in this palette. And yes, I have done all matte looks before. Yes, I have done all metallic looks before. But I'm looking at this like, yeah, so we might use these 6 for a look and then these 6 for a look and then circle back and maybe do these 2 columns for look number 3 and these 2 for look number 4. I think those would be really nice. I think they're all going to be nice. Y'all, this palette is gorgeous. So this is going to be rambly because I'm in a weird place and I just have, I'm a little wired on Mountain Dew, full transparency. I'm sleepy, but I'm not able to go to sleep. I'm at the tail end, excuse me, of my, hormonal week and all of that. And so I'm just, and I had a migraine earlier. I took a migraine med, which makes me loopy. And so my brain doesn't know whether to shut down or to do cartwheels. And so that leaves me just feeling very just like I'm just existing. I'm just taking up space. I did have a thought, and this will be kind of like one of those videos where I do just keep going back and forth. See if I can hold these up at the same time. When I was looking at this earlier, this is the right way. This is the right way. See, because the letters go down. And so what I was thinking about earlier, like after I run through this palette the first time, to pair it with Dramatic, which is not dramatic for anybody my complexion or deeper. But I was thinking to pair the mattes in here with the Nightmare palette because it's all, it's all in here. So between these two, yeah. So that's what I was thinking, but we're going to put this away for now. And I don't even know if I remember that I said that. I think I will. But sometimes I say stuff, and then like a day or two later, I'll be like, what did I say the other day in that video? Or I'll watch the video and be like, oh, I did say that, didn't I? So that's that thought. We're going to just do the entire face. I'm going to let this air. I'm going to schedule this to air on Thanksgiving. Reason being, if there's anyone that's home that is not going out for Thanksgiving, or if they're not going to spend time with family or friends, or they just opt to just be at home and just be at peace. City Beauty Brightening Eye Cream. And so I'm just gonna, so if you want to just hang out and chill, I am here. There will be timestamps below. So if you want to just go to the look, you can just go to the look. And so we're going to do this introduction while we're doing our base face, and then look number 1, look number 2, and then finish looks. So those would be the chapters. There may be more, I'm not sure yet, but that's where we are so far. I do have our brushes for one look because I thought I was going to do one look, and these are brushes that I washed that I used yesterday. I'm really thinking of giving this brush away. I have 2 of them, the Esom T37. You know what, I'm gonna keep it. I just decided because I have been using yeah, I do that. I have been using it for outer corner, but because it is a wide brush, it always ends up rounded, but it is the shape that I like. Sometimes I like it rounded, sometimes I like to pull it out and have that V shape. But the last few times, this side came out with a nice V shape, and it was like a sharp V, which was nice. And this side came out rounded, so then I had to round this one off. And it happened the last 2 times I used this. And so that's what had me thinking, like, okay, if I have to be so conscious of what shape I'm doing, which y'all know I just like to just do stuff and not think too much about it. But as I just was saying, give it away, I was thinking I do like it for when I do halo looks because of the angle. Pointy side down, put the shade here. Pointy side down, just put it here and not feather it out so far. So I am going to keep it. Yeah, I may change my mind again, I don't know. So this is going to be the entire face. If you are watching this and if you are just home chilling, you didn't want to be bothered with people, thank you for being here. I don't know where I'm going to be for Thanksgiving right now. I haven't heard anything, but also I'm working a short shift the day before down at the space, and so I don't know how I'm going to be feeling. It is a short shift though, but I haven't heard anything from biological family on anything that's possibly going on, so I don't know yet. But then sometimes I really just don't want to go anywhere. Or I have intentions to go somewhere, and then I wake up with a migraine, or you know, something like that, and then it's like, okay, I am not driving 45 minutes with this, and then dealing with people and sounds, and then, you know, driving back home. So sometimes I do miss family events, and I do miss seeing family. But y'all, my health and the different things I go through on any given day take precedence. You know what I'm saying? So the introduction. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why? The crazy, knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how they think you should be. Kick rocks with no socks on. Somebody I know said that. I've heard kick rocks, but they were like, kick rocks with no socks on. I was like, oh, did they say barefoot? They said kick rocks barefoot with no socks on. I was like, what? But that is kind of funny. Just be who you are. It is refreshing and freeing to be your authentic self. Just be who you are. You don't have to think, oh, how should I be in this situation? How should I be in that situation? Just be who you are, because you are who you are in every situation if you're being true to yourself. So that's the crazy part. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen, love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's the motto here. That's what the Crazy Troll Nation stands for. If you haven't heard it before, now you've heard it. I hope it resonates with you. If you have heard it before, and if you've been with me long enough to even say it when I say it, for when I say it that way and I don't like jumble up my words, I do hope that it has become one of your daily affirmations. Just be your authentic self and love yourself regardless of what you are or are not wearing. Yeah. 2 tidbits about me. One is I curse because I curse. The other is there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I try to be aware of it to say, excuse me. Sometimes I am not aware of it though. And then after the fact, like after it airs on YouTube, I'll be like, girl, you didn't feel or hear that in your throat. No, if I don't say excuse me, like I really was unaware. And so forgive me in advance if that happens, because sometimes it really does. I did for a moment thought to do a live on Thanksgiving just for whoever was on the interwebs and on YouTube who were at home and didn't go anywhere. But then I thought, I don't even know where I'm going to be. I might just be home sleeping, chilling. I don't know. But so I said, let me just do this long chill video that if you just want to hang out, even though I'm pre-filming this, that there's something here for you to watch. And I am excited to use this palette. I didn't do my brows, and so I think I'm going to use, there's something else I wanted to try, but I don't think I'm gonna try it here. I think I'm gonna try it in a live stream or for like a member's request or something like that. I am excited to try it, and it's keeping me from buying something, because I was going to buy something. I said, you know what, I can do that. Let me try that, because I've been meaning to try it and I just have not yet. And if I can nail it, oh y'all, the possibilities that it will open up for me. This was NY11 under the eyes, Natasha Denona. This is NY12 that we're going to put in this area right here. I did return that Estee Lauder 4N concealer. That is not the same color as the previous one. I know I'm putting on a lot, y'all. It is not the same color. It brightens. It's brightening where the other one, for this area of my face, it was my complexion, and it was, and even under my eyes, like I didn't like it, and I don't try to brighten under my eyes, because for me that does not look natural. Like my under eyes and the center of my face is not already bright, and I know it's a thing. And I think sometimes, like, who made up these things that, you know, people do and swear by? Like, who did that? The look I did yesterday, I had this box of lashes sitting here, and I forgot to even put the lashes on. And then like earlier today, I was wondering like who made up this thing where, you know, you have to have false lashes on. And so it's like things happen and things are said, and then it becomes a you must do this. And like, who made that up? And why do people believe it? I'm just, my purpose with my makeup is just to have my face one color before the bronzer, blush, highlighter, but to just even out my complexion. And you can still see some of my freckles, you know, just to even out my complexion. That's my goal. And even like with brows, I don't go for the stencil look and the feather and all of that because this is not natural. These aren't natural either, because I overplucked almost to the same point, because this side does have a sharper arch, and it came this way, and this side was rounded. So like one was here and one was coming here. So I tried to pluck them in the same place so that I can try and get the tails even. If I can go back in time, I would like to think I wouldn't have done that, and that I would have just trimmed or plucked the hairs under here, because my brows were bushy. They were bushy. But you know, we have like little stray hairs down here. I would like to think I would have left them bushy and just tweezed like down here in this area. And I would like to think I would have did that. But would I if I could go back in time? I don't know. And I'm not going to be like, yeah, I would never, because, you know, we like to think we would do things different, and truth be told, we wouldn't. So this is the Fashion Fair Set-It Loose powder. The shade is Truly Tawny. Why did that come out messy? You know, I must have turned the cap too soon or something. Whatever it is, I did it, because I'm the only one sitting here. So this is me just patting out the concealer, because you see my wonderful wrinkles, right? They're adorable, but I don't want them to, they're going to crease anyway. And even if they don't right away, like as the day goes on, because I'm very expressive, I'm always making faces and like, you know, so eventually it's going to crease anyway. And I think about that sometimes, because we do looks and we do pictures like right away. You look in the mirror 20 minutes later, it might be like, girl. And so sometimes I think about that. Like, what does that look like an hour from now? And I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just saying, because I know I take my pictures right away. Because once I leave this station, like where I'm sitting at right now, and I do like this to make sure it's filled in, like where my wrinkles are. Because if I just put powder on top of it, it's gonna crease worse. It's gonna look like a crack in the wall. And so then I'll go back to the powder brush and set the rest of the face. I'm gonna turn this fan on down here when I get done with this loose powder, because I'm starting to sweat. This shirt is thick, and I keep forgetting that it's heavy till I sit here. My thermostat is set on 69, but the temperature in here is 72. I do have on sweatpants. I have on what I call booty shorts underneath of that, because, you know, the whole, you know, my contraption in place, because this is, you know, the hormonal week, gotta make sure everything is locked in, and, you know, but those are like, and I do call them booty shorts, like, they, if you are familiar with Victoria's Secret cheekies, almost all, actually all of my panties are Victoria's Secret cheekies. If you're familiar with those, they're designed so like your cheeks hang out, which is great for me because I got a booty. I do not have a booty, girl. I have a bootay, okay? And so my booty shorts fit me like those, almost. It comes a little bit more by cheeks, but yeah, so that's why I call it my booty shorts. And so those are what I wear with my contraption. I'm old school. I don't do tampons, so. And I'm not that old school either, where it was the ones that did not have adhesive on it, and you had to do the belt thing and like all of that. I remember my mom had those. I was like, what is that? Like, you gotta like strap in, strap up. So it's not old school like that. Just old school meaning I don't use the insertables. Yeah. So are we gonna use this one brush for all of our face products? No, because we're going to do the whole thing today. I'm pulling out a blush brush. This is not this is Soft Sculpt, so I think it's supposed to be a bronzer brush. This one is Precision Powder Brush. I don't know if we're going to use that. We're going to take out this brush. This is, and these are Sigma's, F43 Soft Angled Cheek Brush. So this I use for blush. This one I use for bronzer. This one, what do I use it for? I used to use it for foundation, but then they started staining and shedding, and so I'm like, you know what, no. We're going to use this Sigma one for highlight. This one is F03. The Angled Cheek Brush, F43. Soft Sculpt is F11. So that's what we're going to use. Which Hourglass palette do I want to take? I'm going to take both Fox and Swan. No, Fox and Lotus. I have used Fox with Swan before. There's something so I need out more brushes because I'm going to use like 2 bronzers, 2 brushes, 2 highlighters. Maybe I'll get rid of these 2 brushes. These are the complexion brushes, Soft Coverage F48. I do like these for cream products, but they're hard for me to clean because unlike a longer brush, when I go to squeeze out the soap and water, there's nowhere to squeeze. And so it's just like, yeah. And so it's hard to clean. So I don't, this one did stain. This one did not. I'm sure I used it or I didn't, but I don't use these. And how many of these do I got? Oh, just 2, 3, 2. So I might give these away. But again, I do like them for cream products, but it's just cleaning them that I don't like. And I never use them. So we're going to sit those aside because chances are I'm not going to miss them. So we'll see. Okay, now I'm going to turn this fan on. So this is Lotus from Hourglass. And tilt this mirror so I can see if you can see me. And this one is Fox. And so looking at 2, I'll probably use these 2 for blushes. How I put a darker one back here and a lighter one up here. And which ones are the bronzers? Which ones? This is the bronzer and this is the bronzer. So we will use both of those. And again, putting a darker one here and a lighter one further in. This is a blush, but I usually use this as a blush light. And so I'm just going to put them on. I'll call out what the names are so that if you do have them and you want to use them, you can do so. But we are going to just go ahead. So if you are here today and you're just hanging out, you're home chilling, you know, let me know how you're feeling. And if you miss, you know, not being out and about, because I know a lot of people, you know, look forward to the holidays. I'm just like, to me, every day is a holiday. And I feel weird when people say, oh, the holidays, the holidays. Every month there's a holiday. Every single month of the year there's a holiday. Think about it. And so I do know, though, that when people say the holidays, they mean November, December. But I'm just like, there's a holiday every month. And it really is. So sometimes I'm like, I'm one of them people that question a lot of things. I'm like, well, how did that start and why? So bronzers first. We're going to take Bronze Heat from Lotus. And I think I said Swan a few seconds ago. So this is, it's subtle, but it's cute. So this is the lighter of the 2, I believe. So this is Bronze Heat. And so we're going to put that there. And I could do one on one cheek and one on the other, as far as use Fox here and just use Lotus here. But you may have seen, if you've seen those videos of me using Fox, Lotus, and Swan, like the try-ons when I first got them. So that's how that's looking. And I like how it's looking. We're going to come over here and do the same thing. And I am following my natural contour, and you can see like right here where it is. You can see right here where it is. And so we're just on top of that line and bringing it further into here, because I do want quite a bit of color on my face today, because these colors in this palette, y'all, they are nice. There ain't nothing subtle about it. And so I want to make sure that my face is strong enough to carry the color of the shadows that we're going to use. We're going to take a little bit of this on the nose. Ooh, that's toasty. Put some in that corner of my rectangular 5 head, and then we're going to put some across here. I don't like when I can see someone's bronzer. It's a preference thing. I'm not judging anybody. But sometimes you can see like there's a distinct line, like where their brush was just right here. And it's a line, like a line of demarcation. So that's why sometimes I'll just kind of just swirl it. So I will focus it up here, but then I will kind of just blend it down a little bit. And that's just a preference thing. And that might be what they're going for. Maybe what they're going for. Yeah. The trends are funny that way. Even though this isn't doing much down here, we're still just going to do it because we're just hanging out today. I am thinking of a fun idea for a live stream, y'all. For a members live stream or just a live stream in general. I'm going to turn this fan off because his eye is starting to tear. It might be hectic for me. Now we're going to go to Bronze Fusion from the Fox palette. And Fox is supposed to be darker than Lotus. So we're just going to tap. Yeah, it's a little bit darker. I think it's going to be fun and hectic for me at the same time. And I'm not going to say what it is because I'm going to ask the members about it before I decide. And we're going to put this under here. I think, and yeah, let me just stop talking about it. There was something else I was going to ask the members about, but then as I thought about it more, I'm like, nah, that doesn't have to be a conversation. Because I was looking at what I was going to do or thinking of doing, and I'm like, you know what? Nah. So, I mean, as far as like what I was or was not going to do. So those are the two bronzers, and we did use both of those brushes. Then we're going to take these two brushes. We need more than two. It's a good thing I got 4. You're like, girl, you're out of control. I know. So we are going to take Red O blush from Lotus, and we're going to, oh, I forgot. And I only tapped in twice, 3 times at the most. I didn't swipe. I just, you know. Whoa! I know I'm loud, obnoxious. So I'm just blending this like right here because this, damn. I tapped in 1 time. 1 time. Oh, man. What? I'm going to show y'all what I did. Oh, that shocked me. This shade 1, 2, 3. That's what I did. That's what I did. And just keep pressing. So why does that side look like that? This side always does look darker to me, and I think because there's not a light over there. My kitchen is over here and the light's on up there. There's no light on up here, and I don't have the track light on. And so I think that's why this side always looks darker to me. But that's just my theory. I haven't tested it because I don't have a light to put over there to see. So we're just blending. Ooh, I can hear Tanya now. More blush. I do like it sometimes looking straight ahead when I can see the blush on my cheeks because usually I stop it about here. But I do like it sometimes when I can see it like right here. I am one fine troll. That is cute. Excuse me. Just a little bit on the nose. So we're going to put that brush away. We're going to take a clean one because every color gets a brush. And we're going to go into Amethyst Haze from Fox. And I did swipe lightly 3 times. And we're just going to put that back here. Just right here. And that is it. So you see how it gives a gradient into that shade. Yeah. Swipe 1, 2, 3. So not being too precise, but do you see that gradient? Why do I got a patch right there? I'm like, see that? And I'm like, what? Yes, we're gonna put that brush down. We're gonna take another one. I'm gonna have a lot of brushes to watch all damn. I'm gonna take Desert Flush from Lotus. I keep wanting to say Swan. And we just swipe like 3 times. And we're gonna just use that kind of as a blush light, just on the top edge of the blush. Look at it. 1, 2, 3. Lightly swipe. And then we're just gonna swipe it right here. So you notice we're not going up around the temple like we do with highlighter. I'm sweating. Let me turn this fan back on. Let me put it over here on the side. So it's not blowing directly at me, but I can feel it. I can feel it circulate in the air. Yo, what? I'm gonna take a clean one. Now we're gonna go into Lucid Glow, which is a blush from Fox that I also use as a blush light. And we're gonna put that one right here. Right up here. So the first one we put here to here, this one we put here to here. So they're all somewhere a little different. And just to have that gradient. Ooh, I think we're going to use one highlighter. I believe so. My nose is looking rosy. That's that blush. I'm going to use our powder brush. I don't know if that looks like a blob or not. So we're just blending that out. Solar Glow. Gilded from Lotus, I think, is brighter than the one from Fox. So we're going to use Gilded. We swiped it 3 times. And we're going to put that here. Oh, so this is without, and it still is a glow because Lucid Glow does to me work well as a highlight, but no actual like highlighter. And look at that, y'all. What? 1, 2, 3. Swipe. Since I only swipe one side of the brush, and then we'll come and blend up here and blend down here. And this is what I usually do for highlighters, like right here. Do we want to do what YouTubers do and like highlight the center of their forehead, which y'all know I still, y'all just bump this right here? I'm thinking of, and it does look like, it looks like it's a blackhead. But I'm really thinking of like going to the dermatologist and be like, can you take that out? Because it looked like it's a little pinpoint hole in the middle. Or maybe I need to put that ointment on it to, for it to actually come to a head. Weirdly enough, I didn't pick it yet. This is still Gilded. I am not putting this on the tip of my nose. I do not like that look on me because my nose is big anyway. So like, why do I want to highlight it and make it bigger? But what we will do for the first time ever, I tap twice. We're going to come. Does this mean I want to contour my nose? Since I'm highlighting down the center of my nose. Lord of mercy. We're going to put that down, y'all. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to take Bronze Heat from Lotus. And we're going to just come here on this side, starting where the brows are. Y'all know I do not contour my nose. Y'all, this finger's trying to get stuck. I haven't even been using it. Y'all know, because I accept my nose. And I know I got a wide nose. And I actually like my nose. You know why I like my nose? Because I got it from my dad. And the men on my dad's side of the family, y'all, they got that nose. So it's like a family thing. So I'm just putting some up here and some down here. Yeah, I don't. And that's another thing too. It's like, who said your nose needs to be pencil thin? Like, who makes up these things? Who says you need to have these foo-foo eyelashes? And who said you need to contour your nose? Who said you need to chisel your cheeks? I understand we're going for a specific look, but some people just do stuff on a daily. And I'm just like, who said that and why did you believe them? That's why here, y'all, I don't know why. This finger feels like it wants to get stiff, but at the same time, it feels numb. Like this whole hand is feeling slightly numb. I'm like, what is going on? I'm gonna put this brush away. Oh, we didn't use any of the finishing powders, but I don't know what. I mean, I know it's not a heart attack because that's when like your left side or something. This is my left side. This hand feels like it wants to go numb. Like, serious? What the? Okay, wait. I was, y'all, I have so many issues that when something new happens, it's like, okay, now I'm this too. I saw a short. I was watching a short today on YouTube, and I don't even care for shorts, but it says something about this finger right here is going numb. What the fuck is happening? And it was something about seizures. And I remember, and so I watched it. And the guy was moving, and the doctor was talking about different types of seizures. And as he was talking about them, he was showing different, this hand is wanting to go numb. He was showing examples, like real life examples because all seizures are not violent. And when I was growing up, we're going to use Desert Light from Fox. When I was growing up, our neighbor, their daughter, she would have seizures, like violent seizures. And so what they would do is, and that's back when they had those old time radiators, you know, attached to the walls. And so like she would fall out of bed and she's thrashing around. And so they would just put like cushions and pillows and blankets, you know, all around her so that she wouldn't hurt herself, you know, bumping against the bed or the wall or the radiator. And so those are the kind of seizures that I'm used to, that I'm familiar with. And so I was watching it, and one of them, the guy he was like looking from side to side, like directly at people, but cognitively, like he was not there. And the pinned comment of the doctor was like, that's called a such and such seizure, where your body still just goes through, you know, the regular, you know, movements, even though you are not aware of what you're doing or what's going on around you, and you're not even hearing what the people around you are saying. And then he showed another picture, I forget what it's called, where this guy was just sitting there. Y'all, this hand is fucking... What? This guy was sitting in the car, and he was just sitting like this. And so the doctor was explaining like that he was having a seizure. And he said, it looks like he's just, you know, just staring off into space. And then like after a few moments, then he kind of went like that and just looked over. And that reminded me of years ago, well, it seems like years ago, it might not have been, when I was doing, it had to have been a live stream, because I was saying something and then I just kind of like blanked out. But the thing was, is I knew it. So when I came back, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, did I have a seizure or like a stroke or whatever? And it happened the second time. Y'all, this hand is numb. Like, what is happening? So we used out of Lotus, I think 3 things, I don't know. But we used both of these. And after the second time it happened, I did mention it to my doctor because it scared me. Because I'm like, why am I like blanking out? And I'm glad that I knew though that I had blanked out. And even though my eyes were open though, but my brain just locked up, and I was just, you know, for a few moments. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck is that? And Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray, of course. And then that took me to when I was with my big sis last year. It was this year. It seems so long ago, at the formal dinner. And I was saying how I was looking at the screen, and when I looked over, she was in my face. I'm like, why the fuck are you looking at my face? And she was like, she said, I was trying to see if you were still breathing. And the person on this side of me was like, you were stone still. And so when I saw the clip of the guy just sitting in the car, like not moving, not blinking, I'm like, damn, that's what I did. And unlike when I froze up, I knew I did. Like, I did not know. I'm like, why are you in my face? She was like, you weren't moving. And I thought she was joking until the one on this side of me was like, no. She was like, you were stone still. Like, she said, I looked over to say something to you, and I couldn't even speak because you were just stone still. And I was just like, wow. And so when I had mentioned it to my doctor, because it scared me, I'm like, what if I would have been driving and I just like kind of locked up or whatever, even though I knew I had blanked out. The formal dinner thing, that was the new thing. I'm just like, ugh. But between, you know, me telling my doctor, like, it was concerning to me, like, what is this where I'm just like blanking out, even though it was only a few seconds, only happened twice, 3 times at the most. He sent me for an MRI, and the results came back white brain matter. No, white, what was it? White matter disease. White matter disease. He said it's usual. It's typical for it to happen in older people. He said it's something just part of the aging process. And I'm like, at the time I was like 54, so I'm like, dude, I'm not even old yet. Like, my grandparents, they all passed away either in their 90s or like 89 or 90 years old. So I'm like, I still have at least a good 35 years left in me if I go by genetics. But it was really like, what is this? And so he sent me for MRI. Results came back, white brain matter. Yeah, but it was like so small, like the pockets of it. And so my doctor was not at all alarmed. And I'm like, well, when you say brain and disease in the same sentence, it's like that's alarming to me. But he was really just like, oh, you know, most people, you know, it's typical as people get older, da da da. And he said that the percentage, he said it was so minute that it wasn't a cause for alarm. But I'm like, but still, you're saying brain and disease in the same sentence. So so he kept, you know, talking to me. So finally I wasn't like, you know, spazzing out anymore. But I was like, ooh. So maybe a couple years after that, I had another, I think was the third time that happened. So yeah, I had that happen at least 3 times. And, you know, I told him again, I'm just like, can they check this again? Because the first time was maybe like 3 years prior. So I'm just like, I'm still just like, I'm trying not to freak out here. So, but the results were the same. They sent me for another MRI. The results were exactly the same. So it didn't grow, it didn't move, it didn't do anything. And he was still like, you know, it's not a big deal. You know, it happens to elderly people. Da, 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 da. And I'm still just like, dude, but you're saying brain something and disease in the same sentence. But he was like so non-bothered, and it did comfort me. And so if you look it up though, look up white matter disease. And so, but which is separate from, I don't know if that can cause strokes or, well, not strokes, but seizures and not, because I forget, because I did look it up. But I was just like, why did I just, like, I really do believe that was a seizure that I had at that dinner when I just like froze up like that. And I do believe, well, I don't know if the one that I was aware of was one or not. But I do think the one at the dinner was. I really do. And that was kind of scary, because it's just like, and the thing is I felt it, because I remember saying to her, because I was exhausted. And I had said to her, I said, sis, I don't think I'm gonna make it through this dinner. And it was like a few moments after that when I locked up like that. And so so hearing myself process now, when I'm feeling like, okay, I'm not gonna make it, I'm exhausted, whatever, that needs to be my trigger for myself. Go sit your ass down. Or if I'm driving, pull over on the side of the road, or like whatever. And so thank you for being here for me to process that, because she was like, you did just say right before that you didn't know if you was gonna make it. Wow. So y'all need to pay attention to that. So that's something else to keep in mind with all of my other triggers to other stuff, right? So yeah, a lot of times I be like, y'all know what's stuff wrong with me. It really is. And the thing is, it's like, what if I would have never mentioned to him and I wouldn't have had the MRI? You know, how many people are walking around with, you know, diagnosis and just are unaware? You know what I mean? But anyway, I attribute that to my healthcare team. I was going to do my brows. Do I want to do gray for my brows? I think that might be light. I'm thinking to do one brown and one black. Excuse me, this is MAC's Paint Pot and Black Mirror. This is MAC's Fluid Line and Dip Down is a brown. So we're going to do one eye and one the other eye. These are not going to be two-tone eye. A two-tone eye look to me is when the eye looks are different, but there's colors that tie one to the other. That to me is a two-tone look. So it is one complete eye look because it ties in, even though individually it may look like two different looks. I'm looking at my nose like, girl, why you put that mud on your nose? So we're going to do the black on this side. And I'm looking in this palette like, which side do I want to put where? The side that has that purple with all the sparkle in it. Look at this. Ooh, ooh. We're going to put that where we did a black eyebrow. And this side we'll put where we're putting the brown, even though this could still carry a black brow. So we're going to, yeah, put the black over here. This is a Sigma E21. Is that what it says? Yeah, a Sigma E21 is a smudge brush. I ordered these not realizing they're very similar to, well, shorter in width than the Makeup Forever smudge brushes. And these bristles are a tiny bit longer. And also my Esom brushes, these are almost the same as the Esoms. So I put my Esoms over here where my brushes are that I use for lower lash line and inner rims, which I forgot to do. And the Sigmas I put over where the brushes are that I use for eyeliner and for what I'm doing right now. And for that strip of light that I do under my eyebrow and my liner brushes. So this one is with my liner brushes. I think I want to stop this right here because I'm thinking I want to do an elongated shape. And no, I was going to say something, but it would have sounded mean. Those of you who have been here, y'all might know what I was thinking. with the shape of this brow. But it's not going like, if you've been here, you know what I'm saying. I'm trying real hard, y'all, to be positive. And not that it's not positive. Well, sometimes the truth is harsh. And it is true, but it's also harsh. And apparently I'm working on not being harsh. So that's that brow. That's nice. And watch the other side be way different. I'm excited for the collabs Janessa and I are doing. We have 4 collabs that we're going to do for Vlogmas. And we decided that they're all going to be live streams. And so I'm just like, so I am excited. So we just have to schedule them. And since it's 4, it'll be 2 on her channel. And we'll do 2 over here. Did I just, okay, this is the clean one. And so I am like excited. She is just so much fun. And I think, and not that our styles of makeup are the same at all, but we both like really take our time and just enjoy the application process. And for both of us, I do my brows before I start. She does hers after she does her eyeshadow look. But it's just, I don't know, it's just a vibe. Like we just vibe a certain way. And we work really well together. And I always say how, why am I checking to see if they're the same when it's going to be different looks? How I feel like I'm behind every time when we start our looks because she has her face done already. And I'm like, okay, all I did was my brows. But we always finish at about the same time. Like we always finish our entire look about the same time. It's always find that fascinating. Like, how is that so? Unlike the paint pot, which is a thicker consistency, you saw how that just went there, whereas the black, whereas the brown is shearing out. And so I'm going back and just trying to stamp brown in here. The fluid lines are designed to be eyeliners. The paint pots are designed to be shadow bases. You can use them both interchangeably, and I do use them interchangeably. But the consistency is different. The fluid lines are more smooth, a tad more creamy, if you will. So I don't know why I'm doing that. I like my brows like this. And they're almost friends. Look at that. Go girl. Dion, you did it. Bring it back. You did it. I'm tripping, I know. This hand is still feeling like it wants to go numb. We're going to do one eye at a time. We're going to do this eye first. Why did I say it like that? First? We're going to do this eye first because we're using these dark shades over it. Girl. We're using these dark. So the way I'm holding it up, this side is this side, this side is this side. And this is how you hold the palette because the letters are facing, you know what I'm saying. So when I put it down, though, it's backwards. When I put it down, this is over here. But for holding it up purposes and for our pictures, it'll be something like this. See what I did there? So I'm going to pull out more brushes. So I'm going to do one eye at a time, which means I'm going to need another one of these for the other eye, for the primer and the paint pot. I have no idea. Where are the names of the shadows? They're on the back. We're not going to deal with that. You'll know the color by what you see because everything is distinctly different. So that's how we're going to do that. So we're just going to keep moving. I'm feeling already like I'm going to do a black lip. I do. Oh man, I don't know what to say. I was watching my video today. The one, the cut crease that I did without cutting the crease. That aired today. And so I was listening to that and I was talking about, you know, at Academy, and because of my emotions being raw, I am still doing a lot better. I do just have moments now where I'm just like, damn, like he's really going. But I'm no longer numb. I'm no longer angry. Anger was the first step for me. And then I was just kind of numb for a little bit, and then I would have moments of sadness, and then I'm back to my normal self. But at Academy, I was saying how, like, the first night, I was early to wait for dinner, and because my emotions were, because I was already raw, I was more open to a lot of other stuff. And I was saying I do not call myself an empath at all, but I do know I am sensitive to emotions, feelings, different things that may happen, energies. Sometimes I do hear and see things that other people don't see or hear. And so when my feelings are raw, I'm just like, I'm just wide open. And something had happened, and I was just like, and I knew it was a, oh, this is so pretty. I am going to hold this up. I forgot because I destroyed the emblem in here, but you see that? No, probably not. Let me close this side. It's a sparkle in here that I can't get you to see, and I forgot it was there until I just saw it, because there it goes. Shit. At the very top and at the very bottom, it's like a snowflake, and it was straight through, straight down, but then this middle finger over here is wanting to lock up, and I forgot it was there because I ruined it, but I see like some of that sparkle shine. I wish I can get you to see it. We're going to put this on the inner. We didn't put on the paint pot. Where's the paint pot? Wait a minute, here it is. Shoosh, y'all. And so I know that that's a me thing, and it was one person in particular, and I was just like, and they weren't even at the table I was at. They were a table over, but it was just, oh. And so I told my brother, I said, I'm not gonna be. I said, I need to go back upstairs. And he looked at me. He was like, yeah, you should. He said, yeah. He's good at reading me, even if I'm not saying anything. And I'm more sensitive to sound, because even now, like certain tones, it just like hits a nerve in my ear or whatever. But it was just a combination, and I was just like, and I kept trying to shake it off, and then I'm like, I gotta go back upstairs. And he looked at me. He was like, yeah, you should. And he said, I'm not saying that to be smart, but yeah, you should go upstairs. I just could not deal, and I didn't want to, come across like antisocial, but I was struggling with the grief anyway, which I am a whole lot better now than I am. But I just did not have the capacity to deal with that. On top of, my own stuff in that moment. And for that entire time, people are so gracious toward me, and I appreciate it. People were like, well, I'm going to sit over here so you can sit over there. So they were like intentionally trying to keep me away from certain people. And I was just like, and in a way, like now I'm laughing, not because it's funny, but how, people were really trying to protect me, because they knew where I was mentally, and they knew, I was being triggered, and they knew I was having trouble regulating. So they were like, let's just help her out and just kind of keep her over there. And I really appreciate that. And I'm going to tell you this. If you don't have people in your life like that can sense when you're struggling, and they protect you from further, I don't want to say trauma, but it kind of would have felt like trauma, and they don't try to protect you from stuff that they know is triggering to you, you need to find somebody like that in your life. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they were. And I didn't even ask, like, well, can you blah, blah, blah. So it was just something that they were like, okay, I'm going to sit here so you can sit over there. Because, and then I'd look and be like, oh, okay, thank you. So it was just like this unspoken thing. And we're not going to talk about it, but we both know what it is, and I'm going to help you, even though you didn't ask me for it. But you need people in your life like that, that if you're going to be around other people, you know yourself to know when you're triggered and whether it's really you or the other person or not, number one. But also to people that can read you well enough that when you are not sure, or if you're just struggling to the point where you can't really even vocalize it or articulate it, that they still pick up on it and they're there to help you and they got your back. And so that's, yeah. So that was pretty awesome. So we have 3 colors here. So here's 1, here's 2, and this is running into this one, but I like it. I can see it more in person, and this is a nice shift. So I'm seeing like a periwinkle hiccup. So rude. Y'all, I'm digging this already. We're not going to take it too far up, even though, shit, we could, because the mats in here are dark instead of the orange, and that's like a bold, and it's more like a brick color. So I don't know what we're going to do up here. We might just blend these higher up. So that's 3 of the 6 shades. Let me take another, let me make sure I leave out 3 brushes for the other eye, because I have like 8 of these up there. So we're taking a 3rd one. And the first one that we used was this one. So this is a clean one. So we're going to put that with the other brushes that we're going to use for this eye. Ooh, we're going to take that purple shimmer something or other. It's not a lot of snow. I'm tapping very lightly. Oh, I see them sparkles. Oh. I want to feel like I did Ladyish a lot wrong, because we did look 1, look 2, and I did want to do each look on its own on both eyes, but I was just so excited to get through the palette. But I really did, and initially I'm like, okay, look 1, look 2 another day, look 3 another day, and then I'm like, girl, you know you want to just dig into this palette. And so that's why we did what we did with that. I'm looking up my nose, and stop showing us your nose. Maybe if I tilt the mirror, I wanted to tilt my face so much. I'm making sure I'm getting into this crease right here, because it looked like I was missing it a little bit. And so this is what we're going to do with this. We're going to blend this just a little bit. I don't want to lose that reddish, burgundy-ish, whatever-ish shade. That's nice. Oh, wow. All right, put that brush down. Take another one. Yeah, I do have 8 of these. I have 9? I have 9 of these, and a total of 4 of these. And these are V27s as well, so is this one. So why do I have an odd number of this one? Why do I have 9 of that one? Because this will be the 4th one for this eye. And I have 4 over here for this eye. So that's 8. And it's 1 left. So why do I have an odd number? My OCD is not happy. We're going to take the purple black shade. So what we just put was, the first shade was this shade. The second shade was this one. This was the 3rd shade. And this is what we just now put on over there. Look at them sparkles. And now we're going to take this one here. So that will just leave this shade for these 6. What? I didn't do my interims or my lower lash line. Girl, I know. What is the world coming to? Because I was just thinking to do my, because y'all know I usually do put color for my lower lash line. And I'm like, I didn't do that yet. So we're just tapping in here. There's nothing tapping off. Awesome. Oh, I do have fallout on my face from that that shimmery purple. It is still, some of it came off and some of it didn't. Some people will take a piece of tape and lay it and pull it, but then that also pulls off your makeup too, like your face makeup. So we are going to just that little tap, y'all. What? Now we're gonna, wow, y'all, this does not take much. This does not I'm gonna use the tip of the brush and just feather in between. What? And we're gonna just do this. What? Wow. That was insane. I'm quiet because I'm trying to stay calm because this is one of them shades. You zig when you should have zagged. You on your own. I like that shape. I want this to be a little higher up. So I'm just using the tip of the brush. Just going back and forth. Ooh. I'm gonna take the brush that has this shade. We're not gonna put more on there, but we're just gonna feather right here, just to bring that up just a little bit, just to have some of that sparkle up there. That's pretty. All right, put that brush down. We're gonna put this one away. This right here. Actually, both of these are feeling numb, but this one feels like it wants to lock up. What is happening? You know, I might have slept. I might have been sitting on the sofa sideways or a weird kind of way. I kind of want to use this one, but sometimes this makes my eyes tear. This is from NYX. Why did I pull the same two I had pulled before? You know what we're going to do? We're going to go bold. Y'all like, girl, these don't go in none of them colors you're wearing. While I am over here, I am going to actually, yeah, I'm going to take this out, because sometimes I do forget mascara, believe it or not. I'll be so excited about the look, and then I'll be like, oh, later I'll look and be like, oh damn, I didn't do mascara. We're going to put the green on the inner rims. This one is One Eye at a Time from Love of My Life. You know who he is. If you don't know, better ask somebody. So we're going to put this on. These are so creamy. And they last as long as the MAC does. The MAC is a little drier in consistency than NYX, which y'all know I do like the NYX for inner rims and lower lash line as well. These are just so freaking smooth, and they last until I take it off. And they don't irritate my lids. Oh my gosh. Should I just do the other side now too? Girl, go ahead. These two fingers, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yesterday I didn't feel like cooking. Y'all like, girl, you seldom cook anyway. I know. I didn't feel like fixing food. When my cycle was on, I'm just like, ugh. And I knew I wanted to go to Ulta to return that concealer. I did try it like 3 times. After the first time, I'm like, I'm taking it back. And I'm like, girl, slow down and just try it again. And I did try it 2 more times. I am proud of myself for that. So I said, let me just order a pizza. So I went on Papa John's website. Y'all, why do you have a carry-out special, half off pizza? 50% off any pizza. So I started to just get a medium. But I'm like, shit, it is half off. Just get a large and have a couple slices that day. So last night I had a couple slices. Today I had a couple slices. And I also added on wings since the pizza was half off. I'm like, what? Shit. And I had took chicken legs out the freezer to thaw. So I'm like, okay. They were in the fridge 2 days. They were fully thawed. So I seasoned them this morning before I went to sleep. And I did air fry those today. And those are in the fridge. And so I'll have those tomorrow or the next day because I still have those boneless wings from Papa John's that I haven't even eaten yet. Y'all, if y'all like garlic, their garlic, Parmesan, boneless wings. Y'all, this one is personal preference. It's the blue one. And I tried them before on a whim, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these are so good. So if you like garlic and Parmesan, and your person does too, because one of y'all just can't eat garlic. If you're going to eat garlic, both of y'all need to eat garlic. Or unless they just don't mind. because it is strong. It is strong. But and that's why I like it, because I like flavor, and it is definitely flavorful. But I didn't even eat those yet. And I thought to make rice and put that in with rice. But I didn't even eat those at all yet. So now I got the boneless wings and chicken legs to eat, and still 2 more slices of pizza. You could blend this out, but we're not, because we're going to put shadow on top of it. The one shadow, okay, let me backtrack. I'm going to take this brush. This is also an Eason brush. This is B31. And we're just going to just feather this top line, just to bring it up just a little bit without adding more color. And I'm staying away from that purple and the black for now, because I don't want to put that in this spot. So we're just staying right here for now, just to blend that a little bit. And I'm looking at these middle shades. I'm not going to use any of the middle shades. I do kind of want to put something here, and this is where the dramatic, that's not dramatic palette would come in. Just to put like a skin tone type shade here, just to take up that space. But when it's consistent, when the space is consistent, it looks like it can be something there even when it's not. And I do like that look. But usually when I leave it blank like that, bare like that, I will not put that strip of light under my brow bone like I usually do. Because right here, there is no color. Right here, it is a little bit, just because of how my eyes are shaped. And the muscles. So that muscle pops out. And so, but I do like this. So we're just going to blend over here. We're going to leave that alone. I started to. I did blend a little bit, but I like that. So, wow, this is nice. So we're going to put that brush down. We're going to put this brush away because we did not use that. And I'm going to go ahead and take out one of these for the other side. Like we're doing the same look and we're not. You're like, girl, it don't matter what brushes you use. Stop yelling at me. We're going to take that. We're going to take that one shade over here we did not use yet, which was this one. And we're going to put that lower lash line on top of the blue and see what it do. On top of the blue and see what it do. I'm tripping. I know. Thank you for being here. We're going to put this brush away because we're not putting a strip of light under our brow. We're not going to do it for the other side either. And the other side, we might kind of do the same format that we did on this side, because there is like a blue shade with some, you'll see it when we get to it. Let me just do what you're doing, girl. So we're going to take that bright orange gold shade, I don't know, and we're going to put that on our lower lash line over here. Is it even showing up? Y'all, this blue is eating it. This blue is not having it. And it always is interesting to me, like what a shadow will look like over the gel pencil liner that I put down there. So now we're using the side, the flat side of the brush versus the tip of the brush, which is what I was using at first to get it on the blue. And so we're just bringing it down here. This would be good for a brow bone shade. We can see it because right here you see that ball of light. So, I mean, it does show up. And I do have Amelia right there. And so that's why it looks like a bump, because it is a bump. And so when I put a shimmer shade there, it just makes it look bigger. There's something in my eye and I can see it. This is really not. But that's really cool though, because now I know I can just put this on and just to have like some shine under the blue. And you see we are like down here under the wrinkles. Under the wrinkles. I'm tripping. So that eye look is done, except I do have fallout from that blue sparkly shade. So what we're going to do before we do that, where we put it? Where was that highlighter from that we used? Was it Fox? Or was it from Lotus? And I need to keep these out if I'm going to put these in a picture. And we used Gilded. I don't remember which brush we used for that. So we're going, actually, let's take this brush. No, let's take this brush that I seldom use. And we're going to go into Gilded, the highlighter. And we're, oh shit. I should have put the finishing powder under there. Oh shit. Uh-oh, okay, well. Yeah, I should have put the finishing powder. Whoa! That does, ooh, that don't look right. That don't look right. Ooh. I don't know why. You know, I just usually I do put a highlight there. Do I have another brush similar to that? We're going to take the powder brush and we're going to take Desert Light that we used for our finishing powder. And we're going to see, we're going to tone that down. Man. And I'm sweating on this side. This side, no, because this is the side that the fan is blowing on. But this side, the sweat is just like, just sucked it in. What? Man. If I did want glowy under eyes, I got it. And that did cover up. Whew, hold up. Let's hope I don't get any more. We're going to take out another MAC 210 brush. We're going to put black over here since we have the black brows. And, yo, this is great. I forgot. So we're going to put this here for our upper lash line. I'm excited to try that thing. And I know it is a thing. And I just want to wait to share it with you all. And we'll do it in the live stream. And I think it's something that makeup artists do, but it's one of them things that they don't tell you that they do. I don't mind telling what I'm doing, because why not help somebody else learn? Like, who says I'm the keeper of whatever tips are out there on the pro side? Like, who am I to think? I ain't gonna share that with nobody. And y'all might be like, well, because then, you know, if you do this thing and they don't know, they'll keep coming back to you to do it. I understand. It's a money thing. I get it. And even though I want to make money, I still do explain to people like why I'm doing what I'm doing. So maybe they will do it themselves and not feel like they need to come to me. Or what if it's the financial thing? Y'all, money is changing. The money is shrinking. The dollar is shrinking. And so I keep that in mind too. Like, even when somebody's paying me, like, yeah, okay, let me do some teaching stuff here. And they might want to do this on their own. And for me, you know, I do like teaching. Ooh, I like that. Y'all, look at that. Ooh. She did that thing. You can tell me I didn't, I won't believe you. I really will not, because this is amazing. So I don't forget. Let's go ahead and do the mascara. So at least this eye will be completely done. I don't even know if I'm on my lashes. I don't know. I am excited for the Novi, which is officially on when you see this. Started today, not the 22nd, but the day you're seeing this, it started the 25th. So even though it's a mass blackout, yeah, we're going to do a 3-month Novi. And I am excited about it. And I was trying to figure it out in the video I did before this. And so if you saw that video, no, you'll see this one first, actually. Because that one, I think, is airing on, like, December 6th. I am 2 weeks out like I like to be. And actually, I do have a video going up Thanksgiving morning. So maybe I'll put this one for the afternoon. I don't expect a lot of views because, number one, it will be a holiday. And number two, if I put it for 8 p.m., People might be asleep after dinner by that time. Well, here on the East Coast anyway. But then I think most people have Thanksgiving dinner more like a late lunch hour, like 2, 3 o'clock. And then they circle back for dessert at 6 or 7 o'clock. Or get their second plate. Or pack up a plate to go home. So this, oh, y'all. Look at my lashes. Look. Oh, this is the Beyond Mascara from City Beauty. Always put on my tab when they have sales. Because this stuff is expensive. I think this is like $35. They did send this to me. But since then, I have purchased it. That says a lot. I think we're going to do a black lip for both. So this is this eye. Let's take this picture like this. No, because my lip ain't done. Let's do it anyway. So that's that eye. Is that weird? Probably. All right, so we're going to move over to the other side with these 6 shades. So let me prime the eye. These brushes, and these are all the face brushes we use. A lot of brushes to wash, but that's okay. For me, washing brushes it feels like self-care to me. Like, I don't mind at all washing brushes. And the only downside is that I don't have anything to cook. Because usually if something's in the air fryer or whatever, that's when or if I'm boiling water for pasta, I'm washing my brushes while that's doing what it's doing. And so I got multitask. And so it's not like setting aside separate time to wash the brushes. You know what I mean? It fills in time for me. I really like that shape too, y'all. Oh, man. I might have to, am I going to do that over here? I don't know. Y'all know shapes on me be like, how'd Janessa do it? What? What? That was so funny that first time I heard her say that. What? And somebody commented that, because y'all know Crazy Troll Nation is also part of the Hooker Clown tribe too. So we have a lot of overlap between viewers. And somebody commented, what? On one of her videos. I was cracking up. I was like, yeah, right? What? What? And I love that, because y'all, we have a nice little community here. Like, we do. And somebody was thanking me for, creating such a nice community here. I said, it's not just me. I said, it's all of us. How they say no man is an island. One person is not a community. I am not a community. I'm just a person. And I'm just thankful for all of you who do watch me, because you're a part of the Crazy Troll Nation. And when people come into my live streams, like for the first time, they're like, everybody is so friendly. Because if they say hi in the chat, people say hi back to them. They might just be like, hi. And if it's a name that none of us are familiar with, I say hi to everybody anyway. But then people in the chat will be like, hi, so-and-so, hi, so-and-so. And they're like, oh, wow, like, y'all so friendly here. And so it's not just me. It's all of us. Like, we built this together. And I do really, I don't know if this is far out enough to do what I wanted to do, but we're going to find out. I think it's kind of sloping. And we'll see when we get over there. And so, it's all of us. And I thank y'all for that, for being a part of this community and embracing the vision of the Crazy Troll Nation. We're going to take that blue shade, whatever. It's a little bit of snow, not much. Woo! God damn! I don't even know how to press again. I thought it was going to be light like this one. Oh. Well, no, I don't know. This is this inner corner shade. This blue right here, this one, that's this. So I wish I could bend them. Because in person, this does look like a light blue, pale blue with some shimmer sparkle in it. Whoa. The fuck? I don't even want to. Oh. This is, I am not dipping back in at all. This is whatever. Why is it like it's purple too? Is that it? Right there, it looks purple up here. When I do this, this part to me looks purple. Wow. Wow. What the hell? Ooh. That shade is Patchwork Heart. And it did have a design in it, but you can see the shade here. See, I'm ruining that one too. What? But as I did blend it out, it did tone down. I am not going back in there. Warning sign. No more. No more. We're going to... I want to take... This looks super sparkly. Maybe we'll put... Excuse me. Where do I want to put you? I'm looking at these other colors. We're going to take this one. And I think it's going to be really there, not there, kind of. I want to put that gold. We're going to put the gold next. We're going to take that gold shade. This, oh my word. And what's funny is that when I do swatch parties, I'm just like, oh, wow. But then by the time I use the palette, like, I don't remember. This one is sticking exactly where I put it. This is that gold shade. This, did I put on the paint pot? Yeah, I did put on the paint pot. Yeah. Y'all, this paint pot grips. The Fenty primer grips. The paint pot grips. Got grips going on over here. Yo, that's a what? That's what that was. Wow. We're going to just feather. The hell? This shade, I see a line like right there. We will come back and deal with that. Actually, I'll just blend it. No. I see it, but I don't, because when I frown, my muscle pops out right here. And so I'm looking at it like that's where my muscle pops out. So it's not, yeah, that's like the crease to my muscle. Like how this is the crease to my lid. This is where my muscle is. And so sometimes it looks like it's not blended there, but it is. It's just how my muscle pops out. The neurologist was like, that's weird. I'm like, what? I'm like, you're telling me this is the weirdest thing you've ever seen in your 30 plus something year career. We're going to take that green sparkly shade. I'm like, you're telling me this is weird. Anything that's not usual, anything that's not common, that's what's weird or strange. Oh, y'all, this. It looks like it wants to flake off, but it's not. You see the chunks in the... Okay, let's put it on. Ooh. Okay. I got some on my face. I like how... I don't want to say dense in a bad way. I like how densely packed these are, especially because the palette, the ends fold over. And my concern was like, okay, am I going to open it and one of those shadows is sitting on top of the other shadow once I open it? And no. And even though you saw that flake on there, I tapped it, it did not come off. That's a pretty shade. So this is going to be a much more subtle look, of course, than this side. And that is okay. Most of it brushed away. And this did, you know what? It is brushing away. It might have still had some of, it's coming off more when I swirl right here versus just swiping it. I see a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 flecks of that green. But can you really tell though? Y'all, oh my gosh. They have a blush and highlight palette. It looks like an eyeshadow palette. And it's mostly like dual chromes and multi-chromes. I'm like, ooh, I was scared to look at the price. I think that thing is like $69.99. Notoriously Morbid we're talking about. I didn't even tell her. Did I say this was the Nightmare palette from Notoriously Morbid? I have a 15% off code. I'll put it somewhere on the screen. And it's also down below. It's a lot of information down below always. You'll save 15%. As of right now, I don't know when the sale ends. they were having a 30% off sale. There are exclusions, and I put it on my community tab and said if something you want to get is excluded from the sale, then feel free to use my 15% off code. But if what you want is included, you know, take the higher percentage off. So I'm not one of them people that'll be like, oh, use my code, even though knowing damn well you can save more money with their code. Because some people don't. Sometimes I be looking at people's stuff and I'm like, yeah, but they're having a sale right now and they have a code for, you know, a higher percentage off than your 10%. And I like that they do 15% because most brands it is 10%. And so it kind of, it does annoy me. Now we're going to take that orange. No, we're not. We're going to take, so we've used, why am I looking down here? We used this one, then we put this, and then we put this. And so we have these three to use. I think I'm going to take this purple. And I let it annoy me because I'm like, why would you not want your viewers to get the best deal possible? Like, I understand, you know, you want to make, you know, your commission or whatever. I understand that. I have codes too. Excuse me. But I want people to get the best deal. So I do hope, though, that viewers do look for deals and don't just be like, oh, they posted this in their code, I'm going to just use that, because you might be missing out on a better deal. I'm just saying. Oh, shoot, I dipped into the red. I'm going to sit that brush down. And I'm going to take a clean one and go back into that purple shade, because that's what we're putting right here. Pudding. Do you like chocolate pudding? I know I'm all over the place. I haven't had pudding in so long. Yeah, I just completely changed the topic. The way I say things, y'all. Pudding. And we're going to put that red outside of this. We're going to use the tip of the brush and lightly go back and forth. This is a nice colorful, how that goes. It's a nice, I know y'all see that nice chunk of like a mole, but it's not. See? Ah, it's gone. Or I should have said a freckle. Now we're going to take this brush. Since we went into the red by mistake, we are going to put the red over here. And we're going to press upward. So we're going to like kind of put the line and then press upward. We're going to go back into that red. And actually we just press. Y'all, these shades pick up really well. Like, damn. And this is like no fallout. That shimmer shade, this shade gave me fallout, and this green, which does look flaky, but it's packed in tight, but not so tight that it's not going to pick up or put down. I really like the consistency of these shadows in this palette, because usually flaky shades do create a lot of fallout. These do not. And you saw how they go on. So let's bring this up here. Up here. Bring this out here. This right here, though, because it's so noticeable, this is bomb. And I got the line straight. You're going to swipe in the red, tap off. Only like 1 or 2 pieces tapped off. And we're going to do that. And this is straight too. So as long as I stick with that line, we're going to put the brown fluid line over here. Dip down is brown. I used to always dance and snap and sing when I said that. Just like how when I say I feel something, I feel it. I'll be like, I can feel it. That's a song. It's the lyric in a song where it's so hook and it's like, I can feel it. It's just the way it's said. And so I find myself usually saying that. I'm like, I can feel it. And I'll be like, I can feel it. Yeah, y'all, I just be flashback into like when music was just good, period. Like these days, it's like up in the air. Like, what the hell are they even talking about? So I think, yeah. I'm gonna take this brush and do the same thing we did on the other side. We got, oh, we just got that orange to use. Just like we only had that gold over here to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we just got the orange to use. So we'll put that underneath and put on the brown mascara and the brown fluid line. Dip down is brown. And then we'll be done with this eye look. Ooh, y'all, I knew this was gonna be long, but damn. So I hope if you are home alone and you are watching this, I hope that this was enjoyable for you, and it is an honor to spend time with you today, like seriously. And so I do appreciate that. If you skip just to the eye looks, that's cool too. Y'all know I appreciate every one of you. I'm going to take this brush, a clean one, and go into the orange. That's the last shade to use. Y'all, these pick up a lot. And there's like, you see them flakes and stuff? But it's not tapping off. I'm like, how is that possible? Oh, you see that orange? Oh, my hip just popped. I don't know if you heard that. That was kind of loud. Sometimes I tell people I'm a walking box of Rice Krispies without the milk. I be snapping, crackling, and popping. This one time somebody was like, what was that? I said, oh, that was my left elbow. They were like, what? I'm like, yeah. They were like, damn. I'm like, yeah, I know. We're going to turn it sideways like we did the gold on the other side. Use the flat side of the brush just to bring it down. Bring it down now. So I'm wondering what I want to watch later. I got to be up early tomorrow, y'all. My alarm is set for 10:30, I think. Oh, my gosh. But because of the way I've been sleeping, I should be okay. Because I'm just like, ugh, when I'm on. Or maybe. It was different this month, though. I thought it wasn't coming. It came like a day and a half later than it usually does. But it still ended the same time. So it was like 2.5 days. And so I'm like, okay, that's new. I am not upset. I started getting hot flashes and estrogen withdrawal, which triggered migraines when I was 33. So, and they're saying those are 2 of the signs of perimenopause. So I've been in perimenopause for a long time. I'm 55 now. Started when I was 33. So I do think, I'm hoping that my system is changing again, and it's just going to get shorter and shorter. But yeah, it's only been 2.5 days and it's already like just about done. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. But I'm still just like, ooh, like just feeling very like low energy and not necessarily even sleepy. And I still been productive doing stuff. But I'm just like, ooh. So we're going to close this up. So, no, we're going to leave it open. Because then we're going to do the picture like we did that one. And we're going to do pictures again, holding up the colors with that side again. Am I making sense? I don't know. Lancome Silk Booster XL mascara primer. Sometimes I can see it when it come out and sometimes I can't. So I don't really know if there's any in there or not unless I can feel the wetness on my lashes. Cause like I can see it on my top lashes, but I seldom see it on my bottom lashes. I do. I can feel the wetness though, so I know it is there. We're just gonna put the brown. Grace sent me this from Tower 28. The shade is called Drift. Yo, it's getting messier and messier. Like you see this, and so, oof. So I'm thinking it might be almost done. Like, why are you like all at the top hanging like that? But I love how this makes my lashes look. Let me know if you have anything from Notoriously Morbid. Some of you I know do. Some of my official troll kin, I know you do. If this is your first time watching me, because you are just home chilling, let me know if you have anything from Notoriously Morbid. I like how, look at that. I like how this makes my lashes look. Man. That's nice. I'm gonna go back in again. Yeah, it's getting clumpy. Where I'm finding myself like wiping it off, and it used to not be that way. So I do know. Did I put it? When did I open this? Open this August 19. What's the PAO? It didn't have one. I do tend to use mascara till it irritates my eyes, regardless of what the PAO is. But I still put the PAO if it has one on it, just so I know like how long I've had it. So I opened this August 19th this year. So if it's like, you know, July next year, and I'm like, why are my eyes irritated? And then I look at the dates on whatever I use. I'm like, oh, okay. So sometimes it's process of elimination. when something irritates and I figure out what it is. I like this, and I wouldn't have thought to use a brown mascara, but look at what it does to my lashes. It does comb through them. These lashes are shorter than these. These I usually do not see. This is making me like want to get the black, because I can actually see my lashes up here looking where I'm looking now, where usually I always see these but not these, and for this to be black and this to be brown, and you showing up like that? ¿Qué pasa, amigo? What? Look, Michelle, if you're watching this would have been a good one. I did use this when I did your Messy Lash Mascara, didn't I? But I think I might have just used them on the bottom. If I had known, though. Grace, if you're watching this and you just happen to want to get rid of an unopened black one of these, feel free to send it my way. She sends me things that she gets that may not be suitable for her complexion. She's darker than me. Well, she's brown, I should say. I'm not even brown. But I'm curious now about that black one. But I do like the Beyond mascara. Oh, look at the lashes. Look at it. And I did open up my mini MAC Stack Elevated. I do like that. I have a Hella Thick over here that's not open yet that I really love. So I have mascaras that I love. But this, I would have never thought to use a brown. But look how it looks. What? So what do we got? All right, let's do, how do we do that? It's a shadow. It's a shadow. And I'm gonna do this all over again when I take pictures when I put the lip on. Oh, open up now. Y'all, look at the face, the blush and the, y'all. You can tell me I ain't fine. I ain't gonna believe you. I know I look friggin' amazing right now. I got so, this is almost full. It almost fucking fit one finger. I used all these. Do y'all use a lot of brushes when y'all do a look? Mind you, I use like 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, 1 highlighter, but then I use 2 different blushes for blush light, and then I use at least like 6 brushes for each eye look. So it was a lot going on. Now we're going to get into, what is it? Zip down, is it brown? I'm going to put, oh man, I forgot to put this on my upper lash line. And now that I'm thinking about it, that might be why you see my lashes so well, because there's not a liner back here. I'm trying to get behind the lashes. And so sometimes with a dark liner on a black liner, it will, trying to get behind the lashes. Because it's not the sparkling color of the eyeshadow, it does take away sometimes from the look of what the mascara does to my lashes. Or I should say how it makes my lashes look. But you can still see it. So it is less noticeable now, as you see, but you still can see my lashes. Y'all. Damn. Right, let's do this wing thing. Do I want to eat some more pizza? Or do I want to eat some of those wings? I'm thinking the wings, because, and take the pizza with me when I go down to the space tomorrow night, because I don't want to eat them garlicky wings down there and be talking to people. Y'all, look at the wings! And I did put some of the black in this area over here too. Tied it to that, damn it, y'all, that's nice. Wow. This is what happens when I take my time. I was very deliberate. This is freaking awesome. Oh man. All these brushes. And on top of the brushes I showed you, I got these 2. I got these 2. I got these 2 and these 2. This is, ooh, Self-care time for the brushes. It's a lot of brushes. I do keep the ones that I use for liquid and foundation and paint pot and primer separate from the brushes I use for powder products, just so like that stuff doesn't rub onto these, or if they're shorter it won't rub off like the foundation or the paint pot that I use as a base. It won't come off down there. What lip? Damn, I'm gonna do a black lip. I just said black lip. Maybe that black blue lip. That black and blue. That ain't it. That's wrong. That's a black. When I wore it at the conference, my big sis was like, what is that lipstick? I'm not sure, but I think she ordered it, but I'm not sure. Because she was like, can you send that to me? She said, send me the link. And she's one of them people, if she asks you to send her a link, like she will buy it. This one, Adder's Fork from Notoriously Morbid. Deep Blackened Blurple. I put this on and she was like, what is that? Because the Coty lotion I use is a big bottle. And I get the 3-pack because it is a little bit cheaper than buying them individually. And so I said, well, I'm going to just send you the link to the one I got, but just get one. I said, you don't have to order the 3-pack. Just get one, see if you like it. And then when I touched base with her later, she was like, yeah, I just got the 3-pack. I got the same one you got. I said, but what if you didn't like it? She was like, well, if you like it, because she did try the one I had. She's like, I tried and liked it, and her whole household is using it now. I'm like, what? But so I felt good about that, because if somebody gets something because I like it and then they don't like it, I do really feel bad. But she was like, yeah, so-and-so uses it. I use it. So she's one of the people, you send her a link to something that she asked you about, she will buy it. And this is what I was saying about the face products, having enough color to carry the eye look and not look really bland, but still be colorful, but not like, girl, you like a clown. And so what if I am? But we're gonna put this, y'all, I do always shake up liquid lipsticks. People say, why do you shake it up? I'm gonna show you why with one of their thinner formulas, to make sure, because sometimes it'll separate. Okay, so you see this liquid right here. You see that, you see it moving like right here, right? So I always hold it upside down, shake it to make sure it's mixed before I take the wand out to use it. Because every now and then somebody in a live stream or something, I'll be like, why are you shaking it? But that's why, to make sure that it's mixed. So remember how it looked before. Now the color is consistent. And here's another one. So you see how it's separated, and you see the air pocket moving. So I turn it upside down. Instead of beating my face, I beat my hand. And turn it right side up again. There you go. You're good to go. Good to hook. So we're gonna put this on. Do I want to line my lips? In person, I don't like how my under eye is looking, because it is just so friggin' shiny that it's looking like it's textured as well. And I have wrinkles, so I don't want no extra stuff under there. And this is the side with the bag. Do I want to line my lips? If I do, it's going to be with a black. Why have I been lining my lips lately? We're going to take Caviar from MAC. No, we're not. Excuse me. We're going to take Alien Suede Matte Lip Liner from NYX. They don't make the suede matte ones anymore. Now they make these, and this is a black one from NYX as well. And I do like the MAC lip liner so much, I thought about getting more, and I'm like, girl, calm down. Because I did not mean to come all the way down here. I don't line my lips that often. I've been in a phase lately, though, that I have been lining my lips. But I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This makes 9 lip liners. And I don't wear glosses often either. But I have 5 of these from MAC. It was just something about it that drew me in, and I do like them. What do I use gloss for? I took this with me to Academy, and I took, where'd I put it? It might be still in my bag. Maleficent, here it is. And I took this with me. And so when I went down for like lunch or something like that, and I didn't have anything on my lip, I'm like, oh, let me just put this on. So instead of using like lip oil, I'll just put on lip gloss. Because I know it's not going to stay long with eating. Whereas a liquid lipstick, it will stay. One day for lunch, we had sandwiches. And you know, you gotta pick up and bite the sandwich. I ate my sandwich. It was just lunch meat and cheese, you know, and you make your own. Lunch meat, cheese, tomato. I think I put mustard on. Ate my sandwich. And I said, bro, how my lipstick look? He went, looks perfect. I'm like, that's right. And I wasn't eating like trying not to get food on my lips. And I was patting my lips in between bites because of the mustard. He was like, it looks perfect. I said, thank you. I said, that's like a teeth check if you have spinach or broccoli. How my lips do look. Y'all, this, I think I want to fill in a little bit more. Because it is a dark blue. And so I don't want this to look like a harsh black line. I don't even think, I'm not going to edit this video. Yeah, I'm going to edit it and put the usual stuff that's in my other videos. Discount Cozy Low. Click join to see the membership perks. And later in the video, click join and become an official Trollkin. If you click join for the membership, it won't join you. It'll show you what the perks are. And then if you decide to join, you have to click it again. And it's a real short, quick, easy process. It'll guide you through. And that's how you become an official Trollkin. And we would love to have you. Here's your lip liner right there. But I didn't want to swipe. This I need to sharpen. When I fill in, I do just use the side of the pencil. Let's just fill it all in. Shit. And how my lips are shaped, that's always look. Because this looks like it's a space. It's just the way my lips are shaped. And in here, like right here. Okay. I'm going to leave that out. My NARS pencil sharpener to remind myself to sharpen that. We're going to put this on. And if you wanted to, just make sure your liner is opaque and then just put a gloss on it. Or tap an eyeshadow on top of it. But since we're putting this on, I don't care that it looks uneven. Oh, this. Here we go. My sister told me she always thought she couldn't. I think she's a hair lighter than me, I think. She definitely has a cool undertone. She said to me that she thought she couldn't wear black lipstick, but she saw me in my videos wearing it quite often and in person. So she said she tried it one day. She was like, sis, I love me in the black lipstick too. So that's why I be like, y'all just try things. And because she is so light and has a cool undertone, y'all, she be rocking a black lip. And I know some people think, oh, it's too dark, it's too harsh. Well, try a deep dark brown, a chocolate brown. Or try a dark gray. Like, you don't have to just go full on black. Yeah, this fan over here. Yeah, she's like, I love me. Black lipstick. So when I put this one on, she was like, what is that? Because to me, it looks black. And then sometimes it looks blue. But it does say deep blackened blurple. But when she looked at it, she's like, no, that looks like a deep rich blue. And I'm like, for real? Because to me, it doesn't. I do perceive color different than some people. I'm not going to tell the story again. Somebody said, every time you tell that story, it makes me laugh. Ah, yeah. I messed up my lip line. Shit. So what we did is we overlined. And making it thicker. And overlining. To compensate for what I did. Damn it. That's what happens when you're talking, trying to do your lips at the same time. Okay, let's do it again. And I'll tell you this. That defeats the purpose of me lining my lips. Because the lip line's still janky. Using the tip of the wand. Damn it, y'all. This piece right here. This piece right here. Do I want to go even further? Y'all, damn. Damn it. I am under my lip line. Damn it, my lips look big. I look like a blow-up doll. Back here is cute, but up close, because you can still see my lip line. This is why I don't like overlining my lips. I don't like how it looks on anybody across the board, because I can, up close, I can still see their lip line, and I can see the lipstick below the lip line, and it doesn't look natural. But from like back here, it's like, ooh, then it's like, ooh, to me. And even when I do overline the bottom, it's not this much. But because, you know, I'm talking and trying to do stuff, talking and doing my lipstick at the same time, so you gotta make it even. So if I look like a blow-up doll, then at least I look like a really pretty one. Y'all, this stuff dries down quick. And I do have this fan on over here that I'm sure you can hear. It annoys me when I hear it in my videos. Just the pitch of it. Of that whirring noise. Why am I being so freaking precise? Let's be done. Yeah, my bottom lip look huge. And we're going to take pictures again, y'all, and we're all going to be done. So let's do this one for the gallery. Let me put this down here. So we're going to take this one for the gallery. And we're going to open up this side. We're going to hold it like this, because this is this eye. We want to hold it over here. Okay, and then we're going to do the other side. Oh, these are nice. Oh, I'm going to hold this. How did we do that? Oh, we did this, didn't we? So I probably want to hold it with the other hand. Yes, I'm uncoordinated. I know I am, and I'm clumsy. So I just stuck my finger in this green shadow right here. So let's do this. And there's a shadow on this side. So let's do this. And then we're going to turn this way. There's a shadow. And we're going to open up both sides because these 6 are over here and these 6 are over here. So we're going to do this. And we're going to do this. Y'all, I'm loving this palette. Y'all. So 6 shimmer shades on each eye. This is awesome. And we're going to do this. And we're going to do this. And we're going to do this way. And we're going to do this again. Lots and lots of gorgeous pictures. So thanks again, y'all, for hanging out with me today. And I hope that if you are just home chilling and you did watch this, I hope that it helped brighten up your day. And let me know, like, were you at home just chilling watching me? Or were you just like, girl, I just get to see the eyeshadow part? It is okay. That's why there's timestamps. You can just go to the part you want to watch. I really like both of these looks. Y'all. I'm going to go because I will just sit here and keep. Wow. Ooh, child. That was another picture. So we're going to go. Thank you again, y'all. And I hope you have had and will continue to have a wonderful day today. Stay safe, shop smart, subscribe if you're not, consider joining the membership, and, you know, leave a comment below. Let me know how you're doing. And so thank you. And also, if this is your first time visiting me, be sure to say hello down below. And I do respond back to everybody because this is rude if somebody come visit you and you don't speak. You know what I'm saying? And so again, though, seriously, I was serious with all of that. Thank you for spending time with me today. And my bottom lip is looking huge. Wow. We're going to go. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.